So today we're going to be looking at that tune. It's a classic modal jazz song for guitar called Cease the Bombings. It's by Grant Green. You can find it online on his CD as well. So this particular tune has two sections, A and B, very simple. Has kind of a bossa nova groove, but with electric instruments in it, so it gives it a different vibe. It's got the Fender Rhodes and the electric guitar, that kind of thing. First chord is the C major 7. I'm just going to show you what I did in that order. So C major 7, using the second finger, third finger, fourth finger for the C, B, and E notes on the 6th, 4th, and 3rd strings respectively. I was doing kind of a hybrid thing using the pick for the bass notes. Very light though. Really playing, this whole tune is really, really light. There's not a lot of aggression in the playing at all. And then using the first finger down here on this A note to give it a 6th. So we're going from, so that's just a little inside voice moving, make it a little more interesting. Then all we do here, lower the third finger down to the B flat, and you get that B flat over C chord. So this is a modal sound. It's like what you'd call a C11 or a B flat over C. Definitely corresponds to a B flat major scale, or if you're thinking about it with C as the root, which you really should in this case because it's modal, it's a C mixolydian. But equivalent to B flat major, so think of it either way. So that's those two chords. Then what I was doing is I was just adding my version of what the bass plays right there between the two chord progression. I'm just kind of muting with the side of my hand here to give it a different timbre than the plucked sound of the guitar, which is actually emulating the Rhodes in that case. And Grant Green plays that figure throughout when he's not playing the solo. He doesn't really play many chords. This is one of the few instances you'll actually hear him play some harmonic intervals. It's very rare that he did that, very linear player. So that's that. Now let's move on to the head. So starts on a G. It's almost like a C add 9 sort of arpeggio. Adding in an E, F, G, F, E, F. So G, C, D, all on separate strings. Keep them very articulate, staccato almost. To really get that tone like Grant. Repeating again. Here's the next phrase. E, F, G. So A, B flat, A, G, C, slide down, G, B flat. Very loose and relaxed. And then back to the... So I'll go over that second part again. That's the whole A section. So the entire time, just moving over those two chords. Okay. The next part, we have a completely different chord progression. It's more of a cycle of fifths type of chord progression. So we start on an F major 7th. Then we play a B half diminished. Put a B note in there on the 12th fret, 2nd string. And then we're going to have E minor 7 with a D on top, and then you're going to pull off D with the pinky to the B, which is barred down on the 7th fret, and then 7th fret to the 8th fret, which is an A minor 7, A, E, G, C, last 4 strings. Then we're going to go up to an F sharp half diminished using F sharp, C, E, A, and a doubling of that E, which is the top melody note. Then we play a B7 chord, putting a B in the melody. And then we do a B half diminished with an E in top. And then you play this nice E7 chord, which starts on the flat 7. D, E, G sharp, E. So that whole order is, start with that, and then you can do a little bit of arpeggio quietly. And then you have this is the real interesting chord. And then turns back around. And then you can solo to your heart's content. So one more time on the second part, B section chords, starting on an F major 7. And if you want to play some other voicings, here are some other voicings. F major 7th, B half diminished, E minor 7th, A minor 7th, F sharp half diminished, B7 sharp 5 for augmented, B half diminished, E7 sharp 9, Hendrix chord, as people know it. Although this was probably before Hendrix, so kind of interesting. But have fun with that, and definitely play modal style on the A section, where you do like a C major scale on the first chord, and then a B flat major or a C mixolydian. And then on the second section, the B section, you kind of want to go chord by chord there. I mean, you can certainly look towards the resolution points, so something like this, F to B half diminished. You know, you're kind of thinking towards that G sharp, but again, you got to remember he resolves down to the natural minor chord there, not with the sharp 3, or not with the raised third, natural third actually. And then you're going to have all minor 7ths in there, so you can do a little bit of playing around chromatically. And then, of course, coming down here, this F sharp is going to make you want to feel like you're in the key of E minor. Or you could think of A melodic minor too if you wanted, but I probably would just stick chord by chord. Then you have this. It's going to bring you back to your C. Kind of an interesting chord progression, but go chord by chord, use your arpeggios, and as always, listen to the tune, listen to how slowly they play, really developing the melody, letting it really ride. And also, in the tune, they don't solo over the B section, but I would recommend doing that. It's a little bit more interesting, but definitely listen to the tune and enjoy. Thanks.